All right, you know what? Do you know what's making me happy today?
What's making you happy?
There's moments in a father's life that, like, it's a finish line.
Okay.
And right now, me looking at you as a booktuber, you're all grown up, baby. You're all grown up. This is all you.
Here's the thing.
I'm going to sit here with a goofy smile on my face. This is all you.
This video is probably going to be titled something along the lines of planning a year-long TBR for someone that reads very slowly.
Don't say that. Well, who cares? Who cares? I'm saying a finish line. I didn't say how fast you crossed it. I said a finish line.
You know what? If we want to lower the goalpost for me, I'm okay with that.
You are all grown up, baby. Welcome back to Talking Story. My name is John Minton. That right there is my literary wingman, and I can say that with a smile, knowing it's the truth because you're a reader, baby. You've got the rest of your year you're trying to plan out here. This is your show. I'm sitting back with a goofy grin on my face. That is the best producer on BookTube, the number one son, who is going to indulge us by throwing out his plan for the rest of 2025.
I'm afraid this has been hyped too much. My name is Jakob. I read very slowly, so I've got some goals here. Hopefully we can hit all of them. There's one goal, and really more like 2 or 3 goals that have to be hit because, people are counting on me or I'm counting on myself. So hopefully we can make that happen.
Jesus, way to go, Sergeant Soft Cell. Like, could you just bring the room down any further?
I could try.
Like, this is like the moment where we go acoustic in a Bette Midler concert and they bring the lights down and everyone's going to, it's like perk up a little bit. This is big.
All right, I'll Bette Midler concert is what I'll aim for the rest of the video.
You are the wind beneath my wings. Let's do this. I'm excited. I am very excited. Hey, just to let you know, if this is not enough for you, hit us up on... let's do the list. Let me see what Discord, Instagram. Let me try.
Okay.
I'm gonna fail.
Can
Discord,
you do it?
Let me try. Discord, Instagram, Blue Sky, Twitter or X as the kids call it.
Yeah.
And Patreon.
Oh, there's one
it's
more.
All down
there's one
there.
You missed.
What did I miss?
We're on Facebook.
No one counts Facebook anymore.
That's probably true, but we are there.
You know what? But sure, we are there. But if this is not enough for you, hit us up there. Particularly Discord. We got read-alongs going all the time. We got the Patreon read-along, but there are so many other read-alongs just popping up there all the time that you don't need to be a patron for, just to enjoy and take a part of and hang out with us. So check that all out right down there in the description box. Now, this is all your show, man. You ready? I'm pumped up.
It is indeed. Well, if we got to start off with where we are now, which is technically February. I think this is going up like the first day of March or maybe the last day of February, one of those.
This goes up the last day of February. So call it March.
So I had a goal to finish Curse of the Mistwraith by the end of March. I don't know that I'm going to hit that, but this week has been going much better. I'm about 2/3 of the way through.
Very nice.
I'm moving a lot faster. I'm on the downhill ride of the roller coaster in January's Curse of the Mistwraith. So I feel confident I can wrap this up fairly quickly in the beginning of March. So, that being said, one of my big goals for the year in general is to catch up with Sun Eater by the time that Shadows Upon Time comes out. A lot of the year has been structured around that. So I got to pick up Howling Dark as soon as possible.
Now we're going month by month. What's your goal? How many books a month?
So this is March. Beginning of March, I will be finishing up Curse of the Mistwraith. Then I will be completing Howling Dark in March. This is the goal.
Okay.
Now, I think I can do this only because I can listen to the audiobooks a lot easier with the Sun Eater books. Janny Wirtz's prose requires a lot more attention to be paid to it.
There's focus you need. There's things going on.
I find that I miss a lot of things if I'm not sitting down and reading the book. The audiobook is kind of difficult for me to catch all the info. But with the Sun Eater books, I didn't have that problem at all with Empire of Silence. So I feel confident I can get Howling Dark done along with the tail end of Curse the Mistwraith in March. But I have one more thing that I plan on doing in March.
What?
Yeah.
So, dude, you're going for how many in March? A wrap up?
Technically 3.
Okay. This is a big month. You're already starting off with some big expectations.
Yeah.
So far, these are amazing books you're choosing. I'm all in.
Big expectations. It's The Wood at Midwinter. It's
you should have stopped me.
It's Susanna Clarke's The Wood at Midwinter, which I think will take me about 30 to 40 minutes.
I think so. Yeah, that's safe.
I think it's 60 pages long, and the pages look like this. I mean, it's really, there's pictures in it. It takes about 30 seconds to read each page.
It's so beautiful.
I'm sure I love it. I
bet you will.
You told me to hit Piranesi, but this is I think best that's, I can do.
Yeah, hopefully somewhere in this year you got Piranesi written down.
Hopefully, but we're not there yet.
But spoilers. Okay, so that is
That is March. That is March. I feel confident that I can do that only because of the audiobook for Sun Eater.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
April, I kind of have to reveal a secret to you.
Well, okay, is this an April Fool's secret?
This
you
is
give
real.
Me a gift?
This is real.
Did you buy your father a gift?
I bought nothing, nor would I. Okay. I think like 2 months ago, Gryftkin, friend of the channel, got in contact with me and thought it would be really funny if he sent me something that you would really love to read, and I could read it before you.
What a twisted man he is.
I know. It's hilarious. Yeah. So I have an e-arc of Joe Abercrombie's The Devils.
What What in the wide world of sports is happening?
Gryftkin pulled some strings with some people, and I can't believe they said yes.
What kind of strings are these? Hey, I'm Gryftkin, massive author and publisher. Please send your book to someone that doesn't read this material.
I don't know how he did it. But yes, the month before The Devils comes out, I have to read The Devils. I can't hold on to this e-arc any longer and read it after it comes out because that defeats the purpose of the e-arc.
That is unbelievable. First of all, what an amazing gift.
Absolutely. Thank you,
unbelievable
Gryftkin.
gift.
I can't believe you did that.
But at the same time, that stings me to the very bottom of my soul. I feel like the croc hunter swimming above a ray, and I was just tagged in the heart.
This was one of your most anticipated reads, wasn't it?
That is one of my most anticipated reads of the year. I followed the flag on that when I actually pre-ordered it from the UK.
So you pre-ordered it?
I pre-ordered it from the UK so I could get the UK edition.
Dude, I didn't even have to pay anything.
Shut up.
I just got it. So I'm really excited about it.
Your hole. Shut your flappy hole.
I've never read Joe Abercrombie.
On the bottom half of your face.
You're not even a big fan.
I think... I think you're going to love it.
I'm sure I will.
I do think you're going to love Abercrombie.
Everything you've described about it is his ability to inhabit the characters and really make the scenes about
cinematic
voice.
Dialogue, everything about you being a filmmaker. I am going to put all my chips in that you're going to love this book.
It sounds right up my alley. And I've heard some other people that have read the e-arc for The Devil say that it's really great. They really love it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty hyped up for that.
Well, I'm excited for you. And like I say, stung as the croc hunter all at the same time.
But that one's about 560 pages.
Gryftkin,
yes.
Thank you so much.
Gryftkin.
That was amazingly generous and kind.
He DM'd me the other day and was like, hey, when are you getting to it? I'm holding off on doing some interviews until you're halfway through. I was like, do not wait for me. That is way too much.
Is he going to interview Joe Abercrombie?
I don't know. I should ask him.
That would be something.
That would be incredible. But he said he was holding off for me. Please don't hold off for me. Do whatever you want to do.
No. Okay. So that's April.
That is April. That's 560 pages. So that's the one thing I'm doing in April.
Okay. I think that's fair.
Super excited. No
audiobook. You're going to have to read that bad boy. Yeah.
Yes. Now, I may have made a slight mistake here. Can you remind me?
You forgot what month comes after April?
No. That we're on May. You're right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Good for you. Good for you.
When are we doing this read along with Christopher Rocchio with Book of the New Sun?
April.
Oh man. That's a problem because I have Book of the New Sun set for May.
No, you're going to be a month late.
Oh man. I'll have to figure something out.
We're all reading it in April. So maybe we'll get together in May if we all read it in April. We will see what that comes together. But if you're not a part of that, if you're not in that, I mean, I would definitely read what Gryftkin sent you.
Absolutely. I will prioritize that. I mean, this isn't crazy thick. Shadow and
250. It's 250.
It's 250. I could probably pull some strings and keep up. I think I might be all right there. And, an audiobook as well will probably help me out.
I don't know how that one audiobooks, but
does it not audiobook well? I haven't heard.
I don't know. I know very little about that. I think it's one of those you do have to focus on.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll pull the card to say you all in the comments. Let me know if there's a way for me to figure out this conundrum I've built for myself. Okay. But Shadow and Claw set currently for May, if I have to shuffle stuff around to try and make that date where we talk with Rockio, because I want to be there for that.
Maybe if you want to read Shadow and Claw very beginning of April and then spend the rest of April on the Devils, and you could be wrapping up the Devils at the beginning of May.
There we go. That might work better.
I want you adjust your list. I'm
going to say let's do that. I'm going to do Shadow and Claw write it beginning down of April.
So you can, Yeah.
Okay. Then we'll do the Devils end of April, beginning of May. And then after that, this is the last one I have on my list that I actually have a physical copy of. I'm just going to get as far as I possibly can into One Piece.
Okay.
I don't know how many pages that means, just whatever time I have left in the month of May. I hope to get to volume 9 because that's when everybody says it gets emotional and, you really get sucked into it.
I have read volume 9.
And?
People aren't wrong.
Do you have faith in me to get there? How long did it take you?
It reads so fast. It's so fun. The time passes like you're at a really fun party, and you just blow through those pages. So, I mean, you can get through quite a bit. I don't know if you'll get volume 9, but I think you'll get in far enough to go, I'm digging this. I will say that.
Yeah. I mean, I obviously no audiobook to help me out there, but I can breeze through as quick as I can because that's manga.
Yeah.
But I want to be semi-involved with all the One Piece craze going on right now because everyone's hyping it up.
Yeah, first conversation happens in March, so you're going to miss that.
Oh, I'll definitely miss that. I knew I wasn't going to make that.
Just a quick break in the action to thank all of our correspondents, directors, and producers on Patreon. These people keep the lights on. They make decisions for us because we don't know what we're doing. We're not great at making the decisions around here. The decisions all the way from what I'm going to read next, what the book club of the month Patreon pick is going to be, but all the way up to video ideas and what we're going to do here on the channel coming up for you. If you're interested or you want to find out how you can be a part of this, right down there in the description box, click the Patreon link. It's got all the answers for you. And once again, thank you to all of these fine people that are helping us build the channel, our correspondents, directors, and producers.
June.
Your birthday month, halfway through the year, dazzle me.
Man, I forgot June was my birthday month. This is kind of fitting, actually. Return to Wars of Light and Shadow for June. Feels good. Ships of Mirior. I don't have it physically, so I'll throw up a cover. Ships of Mirior. However, I'm sure Janny will correct us on how to pronounce that.
And the copy I have has both parts 1 and 2.
Yes, I will be doing part 1.
I will be finished with it, so what I can do is lend it to you. So don't worry about getting a copy.
That would be great. I just part 1, because I think part 1 and 2 is like nearly 1,000 pages, right?
Yes. Part 1, I believe, is 500. It really splits right in the middle.
Which I'm trying to stick as close to 600, 650 pages a month as I can. Some of these go over that because there wasn't really much of a choice. But yeah, 1,000 pages isn't going to happen in a month.
What a great birthday gift to return to Etheria. That is a great birthday gift.
I'm nearly done with Curse of the Mistwraith, and this. The world of Etheria is, incredibly dangerous and a lot of secrets going on, but oddly comforting to me. Just the vibes of the dark fantasy of the 80s is it really. I feel very attached to it. Reading that in my birthday month, I think will be a great time. And I've heard Ships of Mirior is one of the best in the series, so.
I had not heard that, but I'm very excited to get to it.
Maybe I'm making that up. That very well could be.
Yeah, you could. Who knows? But they're all going to be good. Come on.
I know. Curse of the Mistwraith already incredible. I'm sure Ships of Mirior will be as well. And then This is where
This is July, or are we still in June?
We're moving on to July now. Sorry.
Okay.
This is where part of the mad dash begins to be able to make it in time for Shadows Upon Time.
Well, July. Because you've only
There's a lot left.
The book too. There's a lot left. Yeah.
There's a lot left. So that July is obviously Demon in White. Then I do have a physical copy. I just forgot to grab it. It's over there. It's the Broken Binding edition. I'm super happy to have that. It's beautiful. But I mean, can't wait to get into that. This one might be a little bit difficult because it is 750 pages. I think it's still the thickest in the series so far.
I believe you are correct.
It sounds like Shadows Upon Time will be longer whenever
Sounds
it
like
comes
that
out.
will be longer, yes.
Yeah. I mean, Disquiet God's also pretty long, but Demon in White, the longest in the series so far, I think. This one might be an issue. 750 pages in a month
July
might be a problem. Yeah.
Do your best. If it carries over a little bit, it carries over a little bit.
Yeah. I did account for that because August is Kingdoms of Death, which much shorter, 550 pages, much shorter.
Yeah.
And with the audiobook, I should be okay. So if we roll over, I think
so. You're going to go back to back
ish.
Demon in White
ish.
Kingdoms of Death.
Yeah. I mean, back to back on those. Yeah. Demon in White, Kingdoms of Death, right on the back. July, that's August, Kingdoms of Death. Sorry. September is when I'm wrapping up that part 2, War Host of Vastmark in the Wars of Light and Shadow.
Excellent.
And that one, I believe, is much shorter, 370
About
pages.
the same. That book, that book like splits right in half from what I see.
Then the Barnes & Noble website lied to me. So
I could be wrong too. Who would you trust more, me or the Barnes & Noble
Well, I
website?
trust you because you actually have the book and I don't.
Yeah. Looks like it splits right in the middle for me, but I could be misremembering.
Okay.
But that's a great call for September.
I mean, I couldn't do Demon in White, Kingdoms of Death, just run all the way through back to back.
Yeah.
I did that with Red Rising last year, and I really paid the price for it because I just had fatigue from reading in general after that. So I wanted to be careful not to do that this time. That being said, the next month is October, and I'm going directly back to Ashes of Man.
Cool.
I like it because I have to.
Yeah, I like it because Kingdoms of Death and Ashes of Man were one book.
Yes. And the publisher told him to split it, right?
Yeah, so I wouldn't wait too long, So yeah, I totally get it.
You've recently read Kingdoms of Death, right?
My favorite.
And it sounded like from when you were talking about it, the ending is like, give me the next book right now or I'll hit you.
I'll tell you the ending. The ending for me, there's so much emotion in that book, and the ending for me was a place where it allowed me to set it aside for a moment. I do feel a pull to get back, but
oh really? So it was the opposite effect. You were able to walk away for a bit.
It's a little bit of the opposite effect. You're able to. I got to process that.
Then let me ask: Is doing it back to back? Well, no, I've got War Host of Vastmark in there.
You've got you got the second part of Ships of Merrier in there. I think you're perfect.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll do Kings of Death, leave for a second, and come back to Ashes.
And you're throwing covers up, right?
Yes. Yeah. Covers coming in anytime I mention something. Because I don't have any. I'll have to borrow all these Sun Eater books from you. Yeah,
I've got them all. Don't even worry about picking them up.
Okay. So, I mean, this is when we're just going Sun Eater. November's Disquiet Gods, because Shadows Upon Time comes out mid-November, and there was no way I was going to actually make it to mid-November. So by the end of November, I will have finished the enormous 700-page Disquiet Gods. Or enormous for me. You read like 1,200-page books, which I think I'd fail miserably at trying to do.
Here's the thing. Stop thinking about pages. Think about the story. Well, when you get into the story and you're following along with Hadrian and you stop thinking about these pages, it takes what it takes. The story takes what it takes. Don't.
Yeah, but I want to get to the end.
You'll be very, very close. Remember how last year we were at Dragonsteel and it seemed like the whole world was reading Wind and Truth?
Right. Yeah.
What if this year, when the whole world is reading Shadows Upon Time, you're a part of that?
That's exactly what the goal is, right?
Yeah.
So if I calculate how many pages I can do a month to be able to have that happen, that's the goal for me.
But say it takes the first half of November. I don't think Shadows Upon Time comes out until like the 15th or something.
I think it's the 18th.
So you have you got a little cushion there.
But I'm not getting 700 pages of Disquiet Gods before the 18th. I don't see
you don't.
That
you just you don't know. You don't know. Well, let's see what happens.
Know. But either way, obviously that means December, end of the year, Shadows Upon Time, 11,000 pages, whatever it comes out to be.
Yeah,
that'll be the way that I end off the year.
What a way to end off.
What a way to, and there is now a cover for that, so I can put that up. Looks amazing.
Yes, there's a cover for that.
Yes.
Wow.
Love it. I know Christopher's happy with it as well. That's always cool to see.
Just like last year was kind of focused on Red Rising for you towards, when your reading was pretty focused on that series.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like with a few breaks, you're really focused on Sun Eater this year.
I'm really focused on Sun Eater this year. I wanted to be more focused on Wars of Light and Shadow this year as well. But I'm feeling like I'm of two brains about it. One is just like, some other things got in the way. It didn't happen, and that's okay. But also these books are, after nearly finishing this one and finishing the first one very soon, Curse of the Mistwraith, these are feeling like, very fine, rich chocolates that you eat one and you sit back for a little bit. And then you eat another and you sit back for a little bit. Yeah. And maybe it's okay that I'm moving a little slower with it because there's a lot to digest in these books.
Yes, I think that's 100% true. And it's not that you're stopping your journey. It's just that you're pacing yourself.
Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, last year for me, I pretty much rolled through the first 3 Red Rising books and then had reading fatigue for a while after.
Imagine this. So you did that, and this year is Sun Eater.
Yeah.
You'll be with the whole world for Shadows Upon Time.
Hopefully.
In 2026, I think Red God is going to hit.
I made some notes for 2026.
So maybe 2026 you can get back on Red Rising and be ready for Red God.
Yeah. I think my priorities for 2026 are going to be continuing Wars of Light and Shadow. I'd like to do more of that than I did this year comparatively.
Yeah.
And I got to get back to Red Rising because looking at the list of what I've got for 2025, the thing that pains me the most is that I have to spend the next 10 months or so without Darrow, and that's inexcusable.
You'll get back. Let me tell you, Hadrian you'll have a great time.
Sure.
I think this is a great list, man. I love your focus. I really do. You got some breaks in there. You got good focus. You got an arc. You're going to read one of the biggest books of the year before a lot of people out there.
Before you, most importantly.
You're a real booktuber, baby.
I hesitate to say it, but thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh, and my last priority potentially for 2026 is if I really like Book of the New Sun, I'll continue with that. But I just didn't have more time to keep going with it in this year, so.
Yeah, but that's something you can throw in into 2026 or something.
Yeah. Okay. Also, huge thanks to Samwise for sending me the first 2 books.
Unbelievable, just so generous.
Nice of you. Yeah.
So generous, yeah.
Thank you, Sam. Very nice of you.
I think that's a great list. I am completely enthused and excited. And Ashes of Man, I haven't even got to yet. So,
well, that's true. I mean, you will most definitely have gotten to it by October when I'm getting to it. So,
oh yeah, definitely. It won't be that long for sure.
Yeah, but place your bets now if you think I'll actually make it to Shadows Upon Time. I'm about 60-40 right now that I'll make it.
So you're 60-40?
I don't know how much faith I have in myself. I got this is a schedule I feel good about, but things always come up, So we'll see.
True.
I'm excited nonetheless.
I am very excited. You want to do the wrap up?
No.
It's your show. Go, knock yourself out. I think you should do it.
I don't know how to do that. That's all you.
You've heard me do it 500 times. Or you're dozing over there.
Yeah, I to be honest, there have been many times I pull out my phone.
Oh, okay. So he's 60-40. Hit us up in comments about what you think the one son, the best producer in BookTube, the now BookTuber can do. He built this channel for me. He never expected to be sucked into this level, and look at where he is. FOMO is real. The tingle is real. He is one of us. He has a complete TBR for the rest of the year, even thinking into 2026. And that is a great thanks to each and every one of you who are going on this reading journey with us. Hit us up in comments and let us know. Are you about 60-40 like he is? A little bit higher, a little bit lower? Where are your chips on this table? We absolutely want to know. What do you think about his focus of Sun Eater? Hit us up. What is your focus coming up for the rest of 2025? We love comments. It's the whole reason why he built this channel for me, is because I want to talk to people about books, people that love the kind of books that I love. We're going to answer every comment that comes in. We're going to answer it as quickly as we possibly can so we can talk back and forth. And while you're down there, that little thumbs up button, hit that for us. You don't think it matters, but let me tell you, it absolutely does, because it gets us out broader across the all-powerful algorithm, the tubes of you, and helps us meet new friends and new people and brings them along this reading journey with us. And when we bring in more perspectives and more minds and more opinions, it only makes all of us stronger and richer because we get to share them all. So do that. And if this is your first time thinking, wait a minute, this is somebody I've never heard of, what is his TBR possibly like? And you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscription button, because like I said, you join this group, you bring who you are, you bring your soul along this ride with our souls, and we all share some time and space together and share the magic of story together, along with somebody that already has been captured by the FOMO of what's going on here on BookTube. Absolutely, it's going to give you a tingle. It's going to make your life richer. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you happier. And that is what a wrap-up is.
It is indeed. See, it's not that I can't do it. It's that you do it so well. And we can't deprive people of that.
Here's my thoughts on that. And I don't think you'll be able to tell me I'm wrong. I don't think anyone's watching anymore. At this point of the video, after you said December and what's going on, at this point, everyone went, what's next? What does this arrow do? Fast forward, skip.
That is 100% true.
Yes, you know it's true. That is absolutely true.
We gotta make our outros shorter.
Oh, how I'm not good at this. If I was good at it, it would be half as long.
We gotta change the Mr. Rogers brand. We can't make.
I don't know how I got that, Brad. That's gotta change.
Yeah, it's time. You gotta take that red sweater off.
It's a beautiful day on BookTube.
The memes end now.
Yeah. All right. That is it, man. Thank you so much. I'm glad you put that together. I'm very proud of you. I'm very excited for you. And I'm excited to finish Sun Eater at the end of the year with you, man. It's going to be awesome.
Thank you. I'm excited.
I'm putting my chips in. You're going to make it. You're going to make it.
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, I think it'll be a real cool experience for us to be reading a book at the same time.
Yes.
I think for the first time ever. So.
Think about it. We're going to hit Quail Ridge when it comes out, and we're going to see Christopher and his family, and we'll each get a signed copy. And we'll be reading it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Fingers crossed.
And if you got to adjust things and maybe drop something out or something to, if you get behind, we can always adjust.
Yeah, I hope not, but that is the priority if it has to happen.
Look, it's no harm, no foul if that has to happen.
Well,
reading is not a contact sport.
I appreciate you bringing me into this community.
Dude, let me tell you something. This is one of the most thrilling byproducts of this is that you are with me.
I don't understand how that's possible, but I'm glad it's fun for you.
Let me tell you, I am so I have a hard time laying down at night and resting. That's how excited I am.
You should maybe see a doctor. That doesn't sound good at all.
Oh, the doctor wouldn't understand. I can't talk to them. Thanks so much for stopping by and joining us. My name is John, and that is
Hadrian Marlowe.
Whoo! The Sun Eater. I'm going to let him have it because I think he's going to make it. Thanks for joining us here on Talking Story.